Hey, what's up, guys? This is Boot Body Cam. This is going to be a bit of a change up from my typical shows I do or the typical content I do. But in many ways, it is very much kind of related to some of the stuff that I have covered in the past. And I just saw something a couple of minutes ago that I thought was noteworthy and was worth doing a show on. It's about an individual that I've come into contact within the last 2 years. I don't think they have that great of a character themselves, and it looks like there's some pretty weird stuff that was just kind of released that's been going on. So I just wanted to make sure I did cover that. If you guys have seen the thumbnail, this does have to do with Andrew Wilson at the Crucible and then the Powdered Dusty, also known as Flow State. For any of you who have followed me for a long time, you guys know who Flow State is. Especially when it comes to the whole GS and supporting the convicted woman beater Chris Ryder. So without that, without much more being said, we are going to get into it. This is a show that's tonight. Now, the reason why I'm going to show this live stream first is because the Powder Dusty has a habit of, very much like his butt buddy Todd, taking down a lot of his live streams. So earlier he released a live stream where he was coping super hard, was more or less begging Andrew to work with him. But he took that down. I didn't save the video. I couldn't review that. But when he went live earlier today, Andrew ended up coming up onto his panel, and I found it very interesting. Very interesting. So we're going to hit that live before he gets the chance to take it down, just like Todd. And then after that, we're going to go back in the past, and we're going to look at a little bit of a blast from the past. So all right, guys. Now, this was just not too long ago. This was about 13 minutes ago. Keep in mind. So,
sorry, hold on. You're saying we're stringing him along, or why would he keep sending super chats, sending all this money over all these years? It was really just a chunk of like 2 years in the beginning, and he was like our first big fish, right? Or, you know,
a chunk of money, and I think that if he was,
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Dusty.
How are you doing? If he was really trying to,
where'd you get my address, Dusty?
hey, when you guys hear this next part, I want you guys to spam in chat who this reminds you of in our little weird corner of the internet.
Oh, do you really want me to tell everybody publicly right now, or do you want me to just let you know in back chat?
Where'd you get it, Dusty?
Why don't I just type it in back chat for you so that I don't send everybody over there?
yeah, let's not dox anybody's addresses. Yeah. Would you send it to the house or to the PO box?
He sent it to my house. This fucking guy actually sent stuff to my home. Yes,
bro, that's fucked up.
It is fucked up. So like I'm gonna publicly put your address out there too, I guess, if that's how we're gonna play this game.
I don't think you put it out publicly.
I didn't put it out publicly.
Yeah, if he didn't put it up, let's not fucking play that game. I
don't think you should be sending things to my home, Dusty.
All right, well, I won't send anything else to your home.
Yeah, I don't. What were you thinking? Why did you ever think?
You know, Andrew, that's a very good question. Dusty, what were you thinking? Was it to intimidate Andrew, perhaps, because you're very butthurt that he just doesn't like you? And boy, I could wonder and imagine why Andrew couldn't like you, Dusty. I mean, because you're like super good faith, because I've witnessed firsthand how good faith you are. I mean, you're a great guy. So why wouldn't Andrew want to work with you, man? Huh?
I think that was a good idea to send things to my house.
Well, I won't send them to you anymore. I thought that I would send you.
Yeah, but why did you think that would be a good idea, Dusty, to send things to my home?
I didn't realize that you were going to react so poorly to it.
Yeah, that's some real GS and Chris Ryder type excuse bullshit logic. Yeah, I sent something to your home to intimidate you and let you know that I have your address and you're fucked. But I'm going to play it off like, I was just trying to be friendly, Did you get it? Did you like it? Yeah, Powder Dusty. He's fucking told you 3 times he's got it.
How would you react if somebody starts sending things to your house, Dusty?
I have had people send things to my house, and I didn't respond.
Does it seem like I'm the type of person who puts my address out there, Dusty?
And Dusty, let's also take this into context. You have 3,000 subs. No offense, not a lot of people know you. I would argue that the only reason you have even a morsel of relevancy is because Andrew has been so nice to give his time to smaller panel creators, even though he doesn't have to. Let me ask you guys this, okay? How many other bigger creators like Wilson do you see constantly going into the smaller chats? If you know of any, let me know. Maybe I'm not aware of them, but I can tell you that there's been many times where I've been very surprised to see that a lot of the clips that Andrew posts, they're not even from his channel. They're when he's in these smaller panels. And I also find it funny too how Todd's been an Andrew Wilson dick sucker for the last year and a half. And now that the Powder Dusty, you know, the only port GS has left to fucking hide from the storm in is left. Now, all of a sudden, he's got a big problem with Andrew because Andrew likes to use logic and not just go off of trust me bros and fucking conspiracy theories like GS and his fucking butt buddy Ryder love to do. Just love to do.
Well, kind of.
I know.
You just wanted me to tell the whole world where to find it.
I already know where you got it. It was with, I already know. And I know who you got it from. And I know where you got it from. Because that person wanted me doxxed. And which is why they added and included that.
That's making things cute that our teenagers.
Yeah. Is that funny to you, bro?
No.
No. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Maybe a trademark. Maybe a trademark.
Now, here's what gets me too is Dusty isn't a young man. I'd say he's got to be late 40s, pushing early 50s. He knows better. He 100% knows better. This is why the title of this stream is Doing Creepy Stuff in the Search of Clout. It's sad how desperate some people get to where they're willing to put BSBT fucking logic in their heads and go, yeah, you know, this is a good look. This sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, real private. You've been explaining to people all night that you were sending things to my home, Dusty. Don't you think that they would infer from that where to find my address? You fucking piece of shit.
No.
Oh, I'll tell you what. You can hear in Wilson's voice. He's fucking pissed.
Like, wouldn't they go, how did Dusty get my address?
Your question.
Now, keep in mind, too, guys, and we will show this after this is done. But anytime I've ever seen Dusty interact with Andrew, he doesn't really ever have much to say. Yet he's always making clips like as if he's proved Andrew wrong. It's like, well, Dusty, wouldn't you have to, like, I don't know, do this crazy thing called like talk, make a sentence, make an argument so that it works, you know, like that's how like talking back and forth. That's how debates work, right? Not just one guy talking a bunch and the other guy going, yeah, okay, no, yes, yeah, okay.
I think that if I had answered your question, and if you keep trying to circle around this discussion topic, then you're going to give it away. I think that you should probably chill with it if you don't want it out there. Don't you?
Yeah, you mean the guy who was just saying that you're sending stuff to my home?
Is that like a further threat, Dusty? Jesus, it sure as fuck seems like that. You know, what gets me the most is how arrogant he is. Like I said, it's a real Todd and Chris Ryder type of arrogant that just can honestly kind of just boil your blood. Like I completely understand why Andrew is so pissed, because not only did he do something that he knows crosses the line, but he's so fucking arrogant about it.
Told your whole chat that multiple times. You think they can't infer where you might have gotten that information, Dusty?
I think that they cannot infer that. I think.
Oh, don't worry, Wyatt. We are going to get into that too after this, because I've heard Dusty say stuff about character, and we're going to talk about character. You don't worry, Dusty. We're going to talk about character, because I've witnessed your character multiple times in the last 2 years, and you trying to judge anybody else makes me fucking chuckle.
You know. I think you know.
Is that why your chat's saying it right now, Dusty? Where they think
Are they
you got
saying
it from? Mm-hmm.
Are they saying what you think?
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Why would you send anything to me ever to my home? Why would you do that?
A gift?
I mean, do you think it's clever? Do you just want me to know that you know where I live? Like, what's going on there, buddy?
No. What, you think that was an intimidation tactic?
I think it's fucking creepy as fuck. Yeah, that you're sending things to my house.
I mean,
yeah.
it does kind of come across
It's
as one.
fucking.
You know what? You have let me know that you don't appreciate that, and I've told you I won't do it again.
Who the fuck would ever appreciate you sending?
Yeah, see, and this is something that we have witnessed for the last 2 years is Taylor being a fucking weasel. Taylor is the same type of weasel that Steve the fucking Rat Finkel is. Quite literally the same breed of weasel. How many times have we seen him treat GS like shit, then turn around and try to, as Todd would say, sug it from the back? How many times have we watched him play into Chris Ryder's fucking methed out conspiracy theories, going on panel with him and further lying about other individuals to get money and to grift off of some fucking crackhead's tall tales, aka once again, Chris? What about that time that he tried fucking doing the exact same thing until Midwest Accountability and Topher Life also went up on panel with him and Ryder? And then as soon as Ryder started getting shown to be a fucking liar, where was Taylor? Oh yeah, Taylor, you didn't fucking sit there and support your buddy that you've been fucking piling up with for the last couple of months. No, where were you to be seen? Nowhere, because you fucking dropped and you left as soon as you got the chance and were nowhere to be seen for the rest of the night. I know, because I was there also watching the entire thing. Weasel.
Sending your fucking ripped off merchandise to their house, Dusty? In what world did you think that would be a good idea?
This one.
Top secret.
I mean, you got to.
So you're just you're just fucking
Hello,
stupid
K-Far.
or what? Like you're just dumb? You just thought,
Maybe.
oh, I'm gonna wake up this morning and I'm gonna start.
Oh, there is definitely no maybe. You are. Let's put it like this, okay? Not only have I been absolutely flabbergasted to see Wilson on so many smaller creators' channels and panels, but it also fascinated me that he had any interest in you, Dusty, whatsoever. No offense, man. You're kind of fucking brain dead. And after seeing what I saw earlier with your little pal Beth or whatever, yeah, good luck with all that shit. That was like two fucking retards humping a fucking doorknob while GS sat there recording it. It was fucking sad. And then it's funny, like the whole time GS is on the panel, he's talking shit about everybody in his live stream behind their back, like as if they can't fucking like go to his shit later and hear it. And then at one point, it was the funniest thing ever. Like this one guy called like 10 man's like, you know, Todd, like I heard what you said about me. Like that's not even it was fucking great.
Sending Andrew Wilson stuff to his home?
I might be dumb. But I'm smart enough to know that we should not to answer your question when you came up about where I found it. And I'm good.
I'll give you credit for that.
And
That was good of you.
Thank you. And I'm also good faith enough to recognize that you didn't.
That is absolute gold. Is the Dusty flow state trying to claim he's good faith? How many people in here who have been following any of the nonsense that you know me from for the last 2 years, how many of you have honestly witnessed the powdered Dusty, also known as flow state at the time, to be good faith? I know I've never seen it. I've never witnessed it one time. In fact, there were several times that he came up on panel while I was on panel, and people would ask him, hey, did you ever look at this like we asked you to last time? Did you ever watch this video? And he would just straight admit, nope. Yep, I just believe the guy who's a convicted woman beater. yep, I'm going to keep peddling lies about other people because this guy brings me money. Sorry, Powdered. Nothing about you has ever been good faith, at least from what I've seen in my experience. So unless you're off on some other channel that I'm not aware of, which I highly doubt, right? Being good faith, that is, I'm not seeing it anywhere.
And appreciate it and tell you that I won't do it again. And I won't do it again.
Appreciate it, Dusty. What were you thinking?
I said you
In
did
what
not
world,
appreciate
like
it.
in what fucking world did you think that that was a good idea to send things to my personal house? Why? Why would you ever do that in a million years? You creepy
Well, it won't
fucking
happen
weirdo. What the fuck are you thinking?
Hey, so if there's anybody who knows what this feels like and who could relate to Andrew the most right now, it's KFAR. If you guys look at my description, it literally says this is some BSBT type shit. If you know, you know. You know? Like, look, we all know KFAR loves his cookies, but that was some fucking weird ass shit. Some weird ass fucking shit.
Is there anything that we need to resolve about the situation still?
Yeah, I want to know what was going on in Powdered Dusty's head when he decided that he was going to send things to my actual fucking house. What was going on in your stupid brain, Dusty?
You just want to crash out about it. I think that we've fixed everything.
I think that this is a thing that's worth crashing out about, don't you, Dusty? You want me to start sending stuff to your house, Dusty?
Like I said, I've had things sent before. I operate under the assumption that I'm not anonymous. And
KFAR said, what if I could get an interview with Andrew Wilson? How pissed would Todd and Chris be? I mean, I know Todd would be super pissed, but when it comes to Chris, I mean, Chris had a chance to speak to Andrew. He just acted like a fucking retard and completely blew it. And then tried to post some video like as if he beat Andrew in a debate. It's like, no, dude, the guy legitimately thought that you were special fucking needs and just smiled and awkwardly laughed at you like, hey, is this dude's caretaker gonna come and like change his diaper and wipe his fucking drool off his face? It smells like shit and saliva.
I'm not hidden. If I were trying to be hidden or anonymous or secretive, I wouldn't be here on the internet. You can't.
How is that the point? How is that the point? You think that I don't know that I'm one of the most doxed people on planet Earth? Of course I know that. That has no bearing on anything. What the fuck were you thinking? I thought you were the honor guy. I have tons of honor. I'm Mr. Honor over here. I don't even share DMs. You're sending fucking mail to my fucking house, you fucking creepy weird fuck. The hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, well, not anymore. Not anymore because you asked me not to, right?
Yeah, it's fucking weird and creepy as shit, Dusty. I don't know what the hell you were thinking.
Well, Andrew, I can tell you what Dusty was thinking because I've seen this same type of shit happen with other creators. Like, you know what? I'm not going to even name names. You guys already know. But what it comes down to, Andrew, is he is obsessed with you. That's why he was more or less begging for you to hire him earlier, because in reality, he just wants to give you a big, fat, wet, sloppy kiss on your cheek. He's really upset that you saw he was a sack of shit and therefore didn't really want anything to do with him. So what's he got to do? He's got to escalate. He has to escalate to get your attention. And then when you stop giving him the attention that he ever so much craves and desires, what's the next step? Well, obviously, Andrew, we have to now escalate the attempt, right? So it would only make sense, to be fair, that, well, you're not giving him the attention he wants. He's going to step it up a notch. Maybe I'll send a package to your house, just let you know, right? Now, once again, I find it absolutely fucking hilarious how Dusty's defense to this is, well, this has happened to me too. Well, first of all, Dusty, if you put your address out there, that is 100% on you. Just because you do that doesn't mean that any other creator has to. And also, no offense, you cannot by any fucking mean of the comprehension, like, you cannot compare your followership to Andrew's. Nobody's going to know you when they put you up next to Andrew. They'll go, oh, I know that guy. That's Andrew Wilson. That's the guy from the whatever podcast. That's the guy from the Crucible. That's the guy from the Candace Owens debate. People are going to put you up and go, who the fuck is that guy? But don't worry, Dusty, because we're going to go back 2 years ago and we're going to let them know a little bit about who you are, right? Since you want to talk about character and about being good faith, which we know you're not.
I'm going to guess you thought it was.
It's cool, though. You're gonna put my full name, Rachel's full name, right on the box too, Dusty. It's not an intimidation tactic, though. You're not trying to fire a shot across the fucking bow, huh, motherfucker?
I'm pretty sure
That's not what you're trying to do.
I'm pretty sure the whole world knows you guys' full names. That's not a secret.
Yeah, it's not an intimidation tactic, though, right? There's no reason that I should fucking reciprocate because that's definitely not what you were doing, right?
Let me hold on. Let me just clear this up then. I'm not going to do anything to you. It's not a threat. If it came across as intimidating, I apologize. That was not my intention. You have nothing to worry about.
Never had it happen from anybody once, Dusty. Just you. You're the only one. Never once, Dusty. Except you.
In all the years, you've never had anybody mail you stuff. I saw you on a stream the other day saying
not to my
home.
fucking house. Not to
Like
my house.
we
you
have a
sick
PO
fuck.
box. There's a PO box for a reason.
I actually looked for that, and I did. It's not listed.
It's literally on post. You go to the YouTube
It's
channel
on the
right
fucking
now.
channel.
Go to the
You go
post
to the
section and
post.
scroll down.
Yeah.
It's right there. We even updated it to the new one.
Well, I looked in the about tab, not in the post.
You're gonna send shit where my kids live, bro? What's next? What are you gonna send next?
Well, nothing because we covered that.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, Dusty, what are you going to do next? Are you going to pull a Terry, a Tyrants Beware? Are you going to make a false report on his children now? I mean, how far do we want to take it, Dusty? How far do you want to escalate? See, here's the thing, Dusty, is it would be different if you did this shit with like Todd or with Chris, because nobody fucking knows who they are, okay? There's only a small group of people who really dislike them, right? When it comes to being a bigger creator like Wilson, he's got probably millions of people that hate him, just like he's got millions of people that like him. So when you do something like that, you've got to understand it's not to the same degree as just any other fucking Joe Schmo. Whether you like Wilson or not, Dusty, what you have to realize is he is on level 10 and you're still trying to get on level 1. So once again, going back to your excuse of, well, it's happened to me before. I'm sorry. That math just doesn't fucking jive.
Because you're the only motherfucker who ever has.
Mm-hmm.
And you publicly broadcast it everywhere like it's just okay to do that. This is fine to do, right, Dusty? Yeah, but they know that.
Actually, nobody even knew that I sent it to your house till you said that. Where'd he go? I didn't drop him. No,
I don't know.
He probably doesn't want to talk to you anymore, Dusty, because he sounds like he's fucking pissed. Like, honestly, he sounds like he could reach through the phone is what it sounds like. It sounds like he had to get off the phone, probably so he didn't look bad, if we're just being man-to-man and candid about it.
On his phone.
Anyways, I didn't even tell anybody I sent it to his house. I just said I mailed it to him. So, Mystery, let me ask you a question.
All right.
He's obviously upset.
Yeah, and T-Bone, if only Powder Dusty could answer the question, which was once again, why would you do that? What were you thinking? You noticed how he's asked it about 7 to 8 times, and Dusty so far hasn't been able to tell him. I wonder why that is. I wonder if there be a reason behind that. I don't know. Maybe the fact that that's exactly what it was. It was an intimidation tactic because you don't like Andrew Wilson. That's literally what it is. You don't like him, therefore it's okay to dox him, right? Because here's the thing. If you got a hold of the address, clearly the address is out there in the ether. Honestly, folks, what probably is the best for Andrew at this point is he needs to start packing and find a different address. Because once again, he's not on the Powder Dusty level where when he goes live, he's only got 120, 130 people on a very, very, very good night, I might add too. He's got like 7,000 people. So, like I said, way different game. And if it were me, I would be moving pronto.
Set, but he's up here asking me about the conversation keeps getting more and more into what it seems like he doesn't want out there. Should that?
Well, I mean, would you want your address out there? No. I mean,
just saying,
his comment says his fucking kids live there, man.
Nobody's putting his address out. My question is,
I'm not saying you did. It just you've got to understand.
Do you guys also see how fast he is to like just dismiss what's being said? Oh, well, that's not that. Excuse.
Once somebody who's like a public op mails something to your house, it can come across as like, oh, okay, what the fuck is next? Yeah. That's of course going to be the natural next thought. Well, what's next?
2020 mistakes
and like
happen.
This is where this is where the fucking kids live, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, but Mandy, one person may have got the addresses. One person sent a troll, I guess. I wouldn't even call it a gift. I mean, that's not necessarily a threat, but like 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I mean? Like it can very easily lead to some bad shit and let you know. Like, look at it this way. Maybe it wasn't a gift. Maybe it was a message that we know where you live.
Can I ask you a question? Did you think that I was going to enjoy the gift?
Probably not.
Then why did you fucking send it, retard?
Wow. The one thing I will give to Dusty is at least he's being honest right now. I can tell he is actually, for a second, I mean, I wouldn't say he's good faith, but he's being honest. But that's the thing is, I don't think he's smart enough to realize what he did exactly. I think that he thinks it's just like a harmless prank, but don't imagine a lot of other people see it that way. I know I sure as hell don't. And that's the thing too. The people that did that shit to the Dusty, hey, you guys are all fucking wrong for doing that too. Taylor's already said that he's got kids at his house too. So why would you be sending him weird fucking shit?
You should laugh. You should learn to laugh at yourself a little bit more.
How is it a gift if you knew I wasn't going to enjoy it and you sent it anyway? How is that anything other than a threat?
Well, it could definitely be. It could be a troll.
I sent you something that I knew that you wouldn't like. I sent you something I knew that you wouldn't like, Andrew, and then broadcast to the entire world that I was sending it directly to your house.
Do you find a mug to be a threatening item?
No, I find the intent that you sent something to my fucking home to be very threatening, Dusty.
That's that. Okay. Really, Dusty? That's what you did? You sent him a cuckable mug is what you did. I can already tell. Yeah, I can already tell. Like I said, I don't watch you, but I've been aware about you for, at least 2.5 years. Ever since Todd came into scope. Which I still don't understand that whole weird dynamic between you and Todd. It's like, hey, I like you. I don't like you. I like you when it's useful. No, I don't like you. Now, hey, we're best friends. Nah, you're a douche. I guess flavor of the week type shit.
Okay. Especially when you do nothing but make content hit pieces about
Andrew,
me and have for the last fucking
that
year.
Horrible secret.
I think that I've done everything I can to make it as clear as possible that it.
And just so you guys know, once we get through this live stream, we will be going through 2 different clips. When we start going through those clips, I will drop the StreamYard link, let a couple people up, say what they want to say. We're not going to have it go on for too long, though, because I do have to go to work in the morning.
It was not a threat. It was not intended as a threat.
So you sent me something that I wouldn't enjoy for what reason then?
You continue to insist on interpreting it as a threat.
Yeah, what was the reason you sent me this thing that you knew I wouldn't enjoy again?
I don't know how else to remedy this.
And we're going to pause this real quick just to say there are 92 good people in the chat. Do me a favor, for at least the amount of you who have been here for enough to get what's going on, put in the chat. What do you guys think about it? Do you honestly think it's just like a harmless kid prank? Or do you think it was maybe something more of a symbolic message of like, hey, I've got you in scope. I know where you put your head at night.
I think I've done everything I can to explain that it was not a threat, but you just keep acting like it's a threat anyways. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm only one of the most attacked, doxed people on the fucking internet, get death threats every single day. But here's Powder Dusty, guy who makes hit piece about me every day, sends me, quote, a gift that he knew I wouldn't enjoy, but it's not a threat, right?
yeah,
That's not what you were doing. Yeah,
okay,
that's not
bro,
what you were
you've got to
doing.
see, you've got to see
I've
how it can
literally-
come across as like, hey,
Sure.
we know where you live.
Okay, sure. I understand
Come
that
on, man.
angle. I understand that angle. You guys now need to meet me and understand the other angle, which is it wasn't a threat. I've told you since you got up here, it's not a threat. I've never threatened you in any of my shit ever.
Let's go, Dusty. I'm going to send something to your house too, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine. You said it's not a threat.
It's not a threat.
Fair.
You just happened to send me a gift that you knew I wouldn't enjoy.
All right, we're gonna look at so what happened, Karma, is the Powder Dusty, you know, the guy that Todd hangs out with, he pulled a Chris Ryder, pulled some weird psycho shit and was like, hey, I'm going to mail this this troll mug to a very big creator, but I'm gonna let everybody know that I've got his address to mail it to. Well, once again, it's not Chris Ryder. It's not Todd. This is Andrew Wilson. Dude's literally known worldwide. I mean, hate him or love him, he has fame. He's known. And like he said, he gets hundreds of death threats. Bet you if you ask Todd, you ask Ryder, you ask Dusty, I bet you the same doesn't apply. Now, I know Dusty claimed earlier that he does get some, but I don't believe it. Sorry.
Way to my own
Oh my
house and
God.
broadcast it all day. That's all. As one does, as normal people do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right? That's what a normal person would do.
All right, and Stacy Green-Eyed said, I don't know either, but if someone I didn't like sent me something to my home, they are absolutely a threat at that point. Home and kids are off limits. Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. I think that's pretty fucked up. And once again, this was in the attempt and search for clout. Like, guys, can we please just get a drop of clout for fucking Powder Dusty, please? Can we please just get one drop of clout? Drop of clout, aisle 6. Drop of clout, aisle 6.
Dusty?
I don't think I'm a normal person.
Yeah, I don't think you're a fucking normal person either.
Like, I'm not under any illusions.
You know, Dusty, that's the first thing you've said the entire night that honestly, I 100% agree with. I don't think you're a normal person either. But like I said, once we're done with this live stream, done with this interaction, I will go back to some clips I found from quite literally, I believe, 2 years ago. And we're going to get into it.
There.
Yeah, me either, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fucking weird creep, dude.
Okay. Well, at least now you know I won't be sending anything else there.
Thank you. That's big of you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else you want done at this point. Like, I can't.
There's nothing else to do at this point.
Yeah.
It's already done.
Kingspool sends in $5, says, woo, what about the Groypers? You and Mr. E have confirmed that they swatted you, and now you this might want to freak out about a parting gift. I don't know if this was the best timing on that, but
The swatter got caught who was doing all that, and it wasn't even the Groypers.
Oh, it wasn't?
No. The
Oh, then
swatter
I was
caught.
mistaken about that.
He was swatting multitudes of people. It wasn't just me. I just happened to be one who was tangled up in all of that. But the swatter got caught. He got caught when Ethan Ralph was still on Cozy TV, in fact. So, like, a lot of people just don't have any idea what they're even fucking talking about.
Including me in this case.
including me. Yeah, that was all before my time.
Man, you got some real shitty people in your chat, eh? Some fucking wild shit going on.
Oh yeah, crew. I already warned you. You're out for 24 hours.
Anyway, thanks for sending stuff where my kids live, Dusty. It was awesome of you. I appreciate that.
yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that.
Maybe
I
an
wanna let you know
apology
that-
would be nice
of course-
instead of just
of course
saying it
I would-
wasn't a
I
threat.
would-
I
would
did
never
apologize.
Have
Did
done
you?
that in a million years, by the way, to you.
Did anybody hear Dusty apologize? Because that's another pattern I see out of Dusty is he'll say that he said things that I don't think he actually ever says. I don't know, like maybe he implies them and he expects for everyone to get the way he implies shit. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of, just playing devil's advocate.
Dusty.
Okay.
Yeah. It's weird and it's fucking creepy as fuck, bro. But anyway, you have a good night, you fucking weird, creepy
Okay.
fuck.
You too.
Look, man, you can't blame him for being fucking pissed about that.
I'm not blaming him for being
Okay.
pissed.
So, like, I don't blame him at all for even
I
repeating.
See, now, do you guys think that smile that Taylor just gave off, do you think that's I'm smiling because I'm so fucking embarrassed at how dumb I'm fucking looking to all these other grown adults? Or do you think it's more of a I'm not really taking this serious because I'm a smug motherfucker? Honestly, I think it's a combination of both. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
himself and
I don't know what
going
else
off.
he wants me
That's
to
a-
do at this point.
That's a
but-
valid crash out, dude.
Yeah, no, I'll give it to him. It's valid.
Yeah. Oh, I have some more information about the Spyro thing. He didn't even pay to go to the debate con, so that whole shit about
Yeah,
those-
you got a fundraiser for it.
yeah, got a fundraiser for it. It was basically Rob and Avarice paid for it, and like some of Rob's chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the guy just fucking lies. He just, again, it was.
He didn't lie about that. That's exactly what he said happened.
Oh, he said that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair
Mhm.
enough then.
You might watch it. I felt like, and I don't know the guy, right? Or the situations, but I'm a pretty good read of people, and I think that he's sincere. He seems very sincere to me.
Yeah, right, Dusty. You're a pretty good read of people. We're gonna see if that's true when we go over these next clips. We are going to see when we go over these next clips because you're full of shit. You're not a good read of people. We're gonna skip ahead, see if Andrew comes back. If he doesn't, I give a shit less about Dusty. Beth up there, I watched her show earlier when Todd did a live stream of it. First of all, I can't understand half the shit she's saying. I wouldn't waste my time personally with that ever. Here we go. Of course, GS, is there a link? And he poured in a storm, GS, right? But no drama, remember?
She's coming, blow. Watch out.
But no drama, GS. We cannot do drama. So, hey, do you remember who this is, GS? This is the Flow State, the Powder Dusty. You know, it's that guy that, like, when I first met you, that you were crying around the whole internet about, ooh, he's bullying me. Oh, he is bullying me. And you were like actively trying to like report his channel for bullying to get it taken down because it was like already on suspension, you said, basically. Right. You know, like that guy, the guy that's like made you look bad at least probably 10 times. You know, yeah, that guy, your lampshade buddy. That, you know what? That's probably why you're so easy to forgive him. He's your lampshade buddy. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I gained a lot of weight. Yeah.
Yeah, you gain weight.
Woo!
You eating too much. I guess that's good.
Damn, dude. I don't know if we're gonna look at them clips now. I think all the panelists, honestly, you guys can just wait till the next one.
God damn, Mike.
Boom.
Did you say she's getting tumultuous?
Mama's eating good.
Holy shit.
I mean,
Mama is not only
That's
eating
good.
good in terms of calories.
No, I'm just joking, guys. We'll go ahead, and I don't think Andrew's coming back up there. And honestly, don't we look at boobs enough, guys? I mean, look, we got two boobs right here on my icon image, all right? We got two boobs right there. All right, we're gonna stop screen. We're gonna go ahead, get the link posted while I find the next clip we're gonna play. All right, let's see. Let's actually make a new window too. so we can pin the comment. No, we don't want to switch account. We want to go to my channel, my live, mute it so that I don't get confused. All right, here we go. All right, so this next clip right here, I actually downloaded this because, like I said, I was going to show a live stream that Dusty did, I think yesterday or earlier today, where he's basically crying about Andrew. And then he keeps like sliding in there, if I ever did work for you, you'd have to pay me up front. It's just like, dude, Dusty, your obsession, it's like blatant, bro. It's like the same, like, Todd and JJ obsession, right? Like, love me, JJ, love me, JJ. It's fucking weird, man. But let's see here. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's right down here. And I don't know who that is. I know who this is, though. What's up, Kfar?
Oh, hey.
You ever heard of Jerry Berry or reincarnated something?
I got nothing, bud. You want to hear a funny story about the old powdered Dusty?
What's up?
So I'm trying to enter the debate community simply to piss off Todd and Chris. And I've linked up with a channel who's a subscriber of mine that operates in the old debate community. And he's trying to get me to help him with a powdered Dusty video of all things. So when I saw this tonight, I'm just like, perfect. So I sent him the link to your channel. He'll probably see it tomorrow.
Oh, okay, it's Jerry. Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, bro.
Oh,
Sorry,
why
I didn't
you
realize
say
it
it
was
like
you.
that? Why didn't you say it like that? I would have told you who it was.
Because it cut it off, so it just said reincarnated Y ...
I just changed my name today, so I forgot that I did that. So when I was like, oh shit, I should have put it back. Yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault.
No, you're good. What's up, man?
Oh no, I'm watching you. You wanted to see what's up about that whole Andrew stuff, about what's going on, or are we watching something else?
Well, no. So I'm aware of, like, what he's known for and everything. I just found it very funny that he gets up on the Dusty's panel and he's like, "Hey, why are you sending shit to my house?"
Yeah, that was a stupid move on his part. Yeah, but my thing is that no matter if he had a good intention or not, it's like, don't do some shit that looks bad like that. Like, you already fucked up. You fucked up. Even if you had a good intention, you fucked up.
100%. What's up, Codit?
What's going on, boo?
Not much, but Kfar, continue. I'm sorry, I interrupted you very rudely.
Oh no, you're good, bro. I was done.
Oh, okay. I'm looking for this clip real quick. Let me see here. It's an old clip, so unless you guys want to see back when I used to stream with Todd and our review on it.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Let me talk shit about you. I can't believe you paneled with Todd.
You could do it. You could do it. I would not get mad. But let's
like I didn't meet Todd in real life.
Yeah, I was gonna say I totally forgot about that. Like, you actually did meet him in real life. Like, I'm sorry.
Right.
You and poor KTZ.
How
Well,
short?
to be
is he?
fair, he's a very, very petite man, if we're going to be 100% honest. Like, I was wearing my cowboy boots, which puts me at like nearly like 6 foot. And he was just a little guy.
Below your armpit.
Yeah, I made the joke where I'm like, yeah, he's at least 5'4", and he got super pissed off, and he's like, oh, I'm taller than 5'4", and I'm just like, are you though?
That's
He was about the same. He was about the same height as when BSBT came to my house the first time. He's just a little guy too.
So, were you counting the toupee in his height, or discounting for that?
I think it's one of the times where he had fairly short hair, the little like skid mark on top of his head.
I know the cut you mean. I saw a clip the other day.
All right, so guys, this is the Powder Dusty from a year and a half-ish ago. Okay, yeah, I know that's a great start out
fucking
picture.
screenshot, bro.
Great,
Hold
right?
on, hold
Did
on,
he have
hold on, hold
spunk in
on.
his eye?
I don't
There
know.
you go. Okay, I took a screenshot. Now we can continue.
He was defending Chris Ryder there for a very long time. So if he does have spunk in the eye, I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, I've also heard Ryder shoots blanks, so I don't know how that's possible.
Boot. He said he's a great judge of character. What are you talking about? Chris Ryder must be a great person.
Oh, 100%. So guys, this was a video that Dusty did back when he decided to peddle Chris Ryder conspiracy theories and help Chris lie about his cases. Now, keep in mind, this is a 4-hour long live stream. 4 hours, 13 minutes, and 31 seconds. Clearly, we're not going through that whole thing. I'm going to let the beginning play for about 3 or 4 minutes. Then I'm going to skip to the specific part that I'm looking to show y'all, okay?
For watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Chris Ryder, the owner of For Public Safety channel, joined one of my panels recently and went through basically the whole story, the whole backstory of him and his channel and the things that they've gone through. I've cut it out of that live stream, and we're going to watch the whole thing. In the first 12 minutes of this video, it's sort of the lead up where we're kind of discussing him and peripheral events before Chris joins the panel. Then for the meat of the video, he takes us through really all the details of his story. And then the last hour or so is us kind of just chit-chatting and clowning around after the story's over. So again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy.
So the way Todd got into this beef war in the
Now, just so everyone knows, okay, this was back during the Fat Todd period, back whenever Finkel
Fat
and
Todd
him were not friends, okay? So this is not recently. If you guys look, even Izzy is on panel with the Powder Dusty. She is the second lowest panel member, if you see, right above What's Up Cynthia on the left.
first.
Is that the Izzy that
By the
I
way-
played her arrest body cam? Is that Izzy?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Oh,
That is
whoops.
the same Izzy that GS loves to bring up every live stream.
Hey, I had a conversation with Chris about how this exact situation was going to come up. He would have to fucking deal with it, and he'd have to learn how to manage it. And he did not do it well. And this is where we are now. Okay. So Todd and Chris were friends. They decided to go do a thing together. Todd had one plan. Chris had another. Chris was the managing arbiter of this plan. Todd disagreed because he can't help but be a fucking narcissist. Hold on, let me rephrase this so that everybody.
And that is the recounting from Caucasian Sasquatch, because, you know, he's so smart, you know.
Caucasian Sasquatch supports broken system, broken trust, if anybody wanted to know.
Oh, I'm sure he does. It doesn't surprise me in the littlest bit that
The retard circle is complete.
It's been a while since I've seen that unhinged fucking performances.
All right, so I want to say it's somewhere around here, wherever Chris starts talking about his charges, and then the Powder Dusty starts talking about his charges too. All right.
The purpose of,
and just so everyone understands, the reason why I'm playing this is because I've heard some of his content in the past where he wants to talk about character. I want to show some character.
giving it to him was literally thinking that he knew me and would give it to me. It was a person that was trying to tell on the other party, like they just thought this is too far. They were a whistleblower. So they sent it to Todd thinking Todd would give it to me. They didn't have access to me. They had access to Todd. So I think Todd had it, and instead of giving it to me, he starts thinking, well, maybe I can use this for clout on my YouTube channel, and I can talk behind the scenes with other people, and maybe we can all collaborate now.
Now, I do also want to point out that I find it very coincidental that his name's the Powder Dusty on this channel at this point. The background, it looks like someone's shooting a crack rock in midair, or someone's shooting a meth baggie as it explodes, right? But I think that also goes very hand in hand in what gets revealed next here, right?
Questions about Chris, did he really write this? Am I holding something huge? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just having some fucking common sense and going, there's no way these two would write this death threat to this child. They need to know about it. The guy's in jail. He probably needs to know about it. His lawyer, that's what he should have been thinking. He should have been thinking, this dude's lawyer needs this. But he didn't. So when I found out, because I got the email chain, and I saw how long he had it and that he'd opened it and in fact knew about it, I called him out on it. And I didn't do it quietly. I did it publicly. I told him he was a piece of shit. I told him he was a loose cannon. I said he's got brain damage. He's a fucking idiot, and a friend of mine, Tav, we went on there and just ripped his ass apart on a live stream.
Okay.
And you've been witnessing his response ever since.
Yeah, I had no idea that he was this involved in it. I knew some of your. Yeah, this is wild. Let's continue on with this. This is wild.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to book, how about this? Why don't you just come over there with me and I'll do it? Sir, I can just hand it to him on record. It has to be a certified order from the judge for us to sign. Okay. I didn't say to sign. Okay. For us to go over there, it has to be certified by a judge for us to do anything. For you to serve it, yeah.
And then like you don't.
Hold on, I'm going to fast forward it because I know it's this video. I even went back and compared the titles. Maybe it's a little bit further down if they play it again or something like that. Because I'm telling you, there's a part where they pause it right where Chris is paused there, like just like this, right? Here you go, 110. It's got to be right around here.
I haven't found anything that I think would get anybody hemmed up for that long on that many counts, but I definitely have a little bit of.
The only thing they care about is money. So if you can prove that the government official stealing the money, that's when they'll do something. They won't do nothing about beating people up. They won't do nothing about people getting killed because of poor medical or inefficient responding to 911. They won't do anything about cops beating the crap out of people till they're lifeless. They won't. I mean, I could go on and on about what they won't do anything about. But at the end of the day, if you find misappropriation of funding, you got yourself a case they're going to move on. They don't like being stolen from. That's it. The government only cares about crimes against the government.
Yeah, I believe that.
Or, what they can make money off of, traffic tickets, drugs.
He said, yeah, I believe that. Anything you say, Chris, I'll believe it. If you told me, it's never mind. I'm not going to even say what I was about to say. I got to remember anything I saved on the edge. A hater's going to be like, oh, I got to report this 18 plus. Even though, guess what, dumbasses? It doesn't affect my monetization because I'm not a monetized channel.
I just say whatever I want.
Yeah.
So do you have to go to the state? Was it a state or a national thing?
I went to the feds because we were already in communication with them.
Is it a national thing?
Raid. And because we filed a DOJ complaint, and that opened the door to an investigator. Our case got accepted, so I had firsthand communication.
Do you hear what this fucking Dota is saying? It doesn't even make any sense. He's like, yeah, so that led to an investigator, and then our case was accepted. What the fuck are you even you're just being fucking so vague, and you're not even making sense, Chris.
Hey, Boot, remember when Chris promised that FBI agent was going to appear on his channel? Remember when that happened?
Yeah,
what? Wait.
2 or 3 times he promised it, but it never showed.
Trust him, bro. Trust him.
Yeah, it's just, but that's the thing. That's what these types of people literally bank off of, just like Chris, just like the Powder Dusty, just like Todd. That's the same reason why they hate Andrew Wilson so much. Oh my God. Wilson goes over fucking facts, evidence, and data, not just fucking trust me, bros, and I'll tell you later when I get more information. Oh,
It
how
was
fucking
it was a
horrible.
drone, dude. It was a drone. Trust him.
It was a
Todd, it was a drone.
You know, it's actually funny you say that. I'm gonna bring up a clip later if I can find it, and if you remind me. But I remember Todd talking about that like sometime I think this morning, and I looked back at my old like hard drive, and it has all my old saved YouTube videos, and I actually had a screenshot saved of a short where they were comparing the shots at Las Vegas to like some type of it was weird. I'll have to show you it later, but I just thought that was very odd how I came across that. I'm like, what?
Communication with the Fed, and as I was digging and publishing, I would get calls and emails from other people in the area going, "Look, man, if you're doing this shit to Jamie, I got this," and they would send it to me, and I could kind of sift through it, see if it looked legit, if it matched up to records, and if I didn't have anything to it, I would go with my camera and get the record that was associated with the tip. And once I felt like I had something and I could see it made sense, then I would pass it to the Fed. And I did that for, I don't know, a year. And then one day they said,
Leave
"It's
us
happening."
alone.
They're arresting him. They were talking about the sheriff. And they said, "But it didn't have anything to do with us." I was like, "What do you mean it didn't have anything to do with us?" They were like, "It didn't have anything to do with us. We're not, it's the state that's taking the case." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, cool." You know, and then they kind of really cut me off because I don't know, like,
Because you're fucking crazy.
but I mean, it probably made sense that they did it like that because they took it
How
over.
How did you and Todd end up having a
We're at
fall out?
1:12:52. I want to check something real quick. See, they could have even went over it around here, dude. I can't believe I lost it, bro. That's got to be around here somewhere.
The long story short is they had my name came up the first time on their radar when they were tracking stolen guns.
Here we go. Is that lucky or what? I was honestly lost and very embarrassed. And then it's almost like as if someone guided me to this.
Yes, it was the
And when they
juice.
Yes, it was the juice, the apple juice.
raided me, they took 34. I believe there's 34 guns out of my house.
You know, our video.
Listen to me. I don't even care about this stuff. I have a right to record. Okay. You take this piece of paper. No. Give it to your attorney. It's late. No. I'll give it to the judge. That's the way that happened to. No, my attorney advised me to go ahead and serve him. Don't raise your voice at me. My voice is not raised. Take the paper to your attorney.
And you know how that's bullshit? No fucking attorney is going to have you serve your own fucking paperwork. They're going to pay a process server to do it. You fucking liar. It's just like everything this dude said about every fucking aspect of his entire case has just been complete fucking bullshit. Like he's just faking it till he hopefully makes it. But the thing with Ryder, he's never making it, you know?
No, it's because he's doing this is a performative act. This is cinema for Chris. He's just trying to convince his low IQ subscribers to keep feeding him money so him and Tiffany don't end up working at McDonald's.
Yep. And then we've got the Powder Dusty, you know, Mr. wants to talk about character, all this other shit. And he's over here promoting this fucking ass hat.
Without a judge's signature, we don't serve it. Okay? If your attorney is a judge to sign a court order, I'm pro se on this matter. I am pro se on this matter. Okay?
Whoa, wait. So didn't he just said his attorney said to file this, but then he turns around a second later and says, I'm pro se on this matter. Which fucking one was it, Ryder? Were you pro se or you got an attorney on it? Can't keep up the lies, bro. And it's sad too. You have 2 cameras catching you fucking blatantly lying, and none of your viewers caught it. Not one.
Get a court order signed by a judge, and the judge says we have to serve it, then we'll go serve it.
I wanted it certified, not served.
Okay, we don't certify it.
You don't certify.
That's wrong. It is wrong. They did need to certify it.
Well, we're both right
You
here.
didn't need a judge to sign
Correct.
off on it. All I was trying to do is serve a cease and desist.
But just go talk to your attorney.
I don't have an attorney. I am my attorney. Okay. I just want to serve JJ with a cease and desist.
Well, that's.
Here, pause it real quick and I'll explain.
No.
So I'm there at a place where I have open cases at that time, right? Like the disorderly conduct that they charge us with when they beat Tiffany up.
Oh God, this
No
story.
But what I was there for that day was to try to get a protection order.
Oh, hey, also
in my county,
just to go hand in hand, because I don't want people to just take what I say and run with it. Okay. But I know you were there and you've witnessed this, but how many different times did different individuals try to tell Dusty, yo, bro, you're backing a dude who's lying, a dude who's a convicted fucking woman beater? And he would say, show me proof. We would tell him where to find it. And then he would hop on Todd's panel like a week later. And even Todd would ask him, did you ever take a chance to look at any of that stuff that I directed you to that last time you bitched and moaned and said you didn't have any knowledge of? And he would just straight up admit, no.
Yeah, I was on panel and tried to like tell him some shit, and he just like wasn't believing me. And I'm just like, so you're gonna believe, trust me, bro, fucking Ryder, but not me? And it's like, okay, all right, cool story, bro.
Yeah, it's just like, it's fucking dumb. What's up, MBK?
Not much. What y'all know?
I don't know nothing, bro. It was KFAR.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's all my fault anyway. Ask Jeremiah Payne. It's my fault.
I believe that. Hey, Cody, I sent you a message in the private chat.
I just dropped my my email in the regular chat.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I just dropped it because I saw your private chat message.
Okay. All right.
Secret sent me a link to it, but when I clicked it, it was access denied. So I was looking to get a copy of it.
Is that a bird behind you, Codit?
It's a puppy.
A puppy? I bet that thing drives you fucking nuts.
No, I'm cool with it. It's driving people in the side chat nuts. So.
You said I'm used to it by now. It's become a part of my everyday.
It was probably driving Todd nuts yesterday.
Well, I was wondering, like, I was cleaning and I was listening to a live stream that you were on panel, Coded, like, and I kept hearing it. And for a second, I was like, where's that coming from? And I couldn't figure it out, but I just started hearing it again. So
I'm having the ASMR triple play. I have crickets, crying puppies, and mooing cows.
Well, we all know you had some Todd voice clips. So does Killa. So
see, it's not showing up for me in the chat. I don't know why.
On the jailer.
Code
Okay,
it. You'll have to put it in the StreamYard back chat.
I'll put it in the back chat.
Correct. Yeah.
So that's a totally different case. It would be a different court, a different case.
There you go.
And I didn't need an attorney.
I appreciate you
to do that.
Hey, Coded, you see what James said?
What?
He said, dog knows its inevitable doom.
What? What's the doom?
I think he's trying to make a joke about it getting eaten.
Well, that happens in the Philippines. But these are small dogs. That won't happen.
Not worth it?
Not worth it.
No.
You said you don't get enough meat off that bone, spit on
the larger dogs go about 7 years, and then they wind up in the pressure cooker.
Ooh. Well, hey, that happens.
I've had dog. I mean, it's an island community. You got to get your protein where you can.
Yep. I would say they got to eat, or they'll, you won't eat.
Tastes like chicken, Cody?
No, it tastes like beef, actually, if it's cooked right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't going to pay a whole nother Indiana attorney just to get a protective order when it's obvious I needed one. So all I was doing.
How'd that protection order go?
Peace,
Did it?
Peace letter. So
That's it. Like all he had to do was just walk over and hand it to him. Not a big deal, you know. So I kind of feel like they were framing me with this because
I don't think he knows what that word means.
Rewrote the cease and desist letter with a death threat to the guy's kid. You know, our video hit the news. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I have no doubt. I don't know if I mentioned it on Finkel's, but I got raided 3 times in 1 month by small town sheriffs, and yeah, when they decide they want you, they want you.
Yeah, and you can't get out.
Okay, so now listen to what the Powder Dusty is saying, and listen to this, Cope. He goes, "Yeah, I got raided by the sheriffs 3 times. When they really want you, they want you. You know, not like, yeah, they found out that you were dealing meth like a pretty good amount, and that's usually something that's pretty high on their radar. So
You'll definitely get rated for that.
yeah, but no, it's actually just because you know, and of course if you ask Dusty, no, I wasn't really selling it. I was just holding a fucking like
he was collecting it.
A 1/4 ounce of like, you know, like a 1/4 of meth. But no, I was just banging it all myself. Like, all right, dude.
That's like
convicted of that?
Say what?
Did he get convicted of that, or did he just?
He ended up pleading down to, and he got 3 years of probation. He says later on for intent to just he got a felony, I think, or maybe it was misdemeanor. I don't know, but I think he says that he got something that was a intent to distribute a substance.
Yeah, if you could send me this clip, that would be fucking sick.
Yeah, so it's actually the very first live stream on his page. If you go all the way down, keep in mind he just took another live stream down. I was gonna show tonight. So he's a lot like Todd. He will take certain stuff down. So just putting that out there.
He admitted on the only time he's been on stream with me on my stream, he admitted that he got banged on eBay for trying to sell a woman for $50K. It was all a big joke, though. You know, that's what he said.
Well, that's like BSBT got caught on his Facebook saying that he wanted to have more kids so that he could sell them.
Oh gosh.
And then when I put that out, he's like, "Oh, I was joking," and he was literally going through how he would do it, how he would find the women, and I'm just like, "Yeah, it doesn't sound like a joke."
Yeah, it's safe to say that meth is a hell of a drug.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, you know, here's the crazy thing. I mean, maybe there's a correlation between like being creepy and like sending shit to people's house without being asked to, and in relation to meth. I mean, look at Josh, look at what he did, and look at Dusty, and look at what he did with Wilson that we found out tonight. I mean, there's clearly a correlation there somewhere, right, guys?
Yeah. The meth psychosis, they get dehydrated, they stay awake all night. You go crazy.
You've got meth mail.
You said it's which one on his page?
It's the very, very first live stream. So if you scroll all the way down, it's the very first live stream. It's 4 hours and 13 minutes long.
La-di-da. 4 hours and 13 minutes. I saw it, but it's not the last one. Let me see.
No, it's the very first one.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
How long ago was this? Was this video made?
This was made a while ago. This was made, let me see real quick. Unless he took it down. He might have taken it down.
Yeah, I saw one that was
2 years ago.
4 hours and 13 minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
But I'm seeing a lot of members only ones, so hold on, let me find it again.
Like I said, if you click on his live tab, literally just keep scrolling all the way down until you cannot scroll down it anymore. And it's the very bottom one on the right. But I'm seeing if it's there. What's up, Codit?
So, Boot, are you saying that meth could create a situation in a man's mind where he can't really tell right from wrong anymore?
It appears to be that way. Here's the thing. I've never done meth, so I don't know what it does to you. I've had an Adderall before when I was a teenager. It just made me very focused, and I was playing video games for like 4 hours straight. But I mean, I'd imagine meth's probably that, even crazier. I've seen a lot of like, I guess you could say like depictions about what it could seem like, but I personally have never experienced that, so I don't know.
I have zero experience with it.
Yeah,
Like,
Powder Dusty seems to have the fucking Todd disease with his thumbnails.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Oh wow,
What is
that's
nail biter?
absolutely. You know what? Maybe it's a video and not a live. Maybe I'm just an absolute a-hole and I don't even know what I'm talking about, K-Far. I think that's probably what it is. I think it's the videos and not
Good.
live stream
Yep,
data.
sure shit. Right there. 1 year ago, 4 hours and 13 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just
I've
an
been over here
a-hole.
scrolling fucking lives. I'm like, damn, I'm at like 4 years. Where is it?
My bad.
well,
So
I
sorry.
mean, the point I was going to make with Ryder, I mean, does it not feel he's a little bit more reserved right now? Like just a smidget more reserved than what he is now. Like is it either that his performances have gotten better, like the performances that he's got to? Does he understand now how to drown out the other voices, or is it that the method's just that good?
I don't know. Chris has always been very bad at behaving. As far as it goes for this specific panel he was on, the only reason he was somewhat not psycho was because he was doing his best to put on a good show. You know, he was reaching for any type of support at the time, you know, much like he's doing now. And the Powder Dusty at that time was that outlet, just like how recently Todd was for him, right? So of course he had to seem completely normal to Dusty. And you know, shame on Dusty for not doing any type of footwork to verify anything whatsoever and just going off his word. But to also be fair, I think that was one of the biggest pushes from Dusty to get away from Ryder, because once he left him on that panel that night when Toe and Midwest came up, I haven't seen anything with the Powder Dusty and Chris since.
Yeah, but he's still a mod in there.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Carry on.
Out of it unless you prove your innocence to the public and then get their support.
I mean, you can't do shit for that unless you got.
See, did you just hear what Chris said? That's another reason I want to play this, because I heard this and it just clicked. Chris gives himself away right here. For those of you who didn't hear, he just said, well, when you've got a situation like that, what you need to do first is convince the public, then get them behind you. So it's not a situation of, you know, actually bringing evidence, proving your claim in court. It's really about just manipulating the public to AKA back you. You know, Chris, is that kind of like the same people who backed Lane Myers? Anybody else kind of get where I'm going there?
Fucking Lane Myers.
I mean, at what point do we stop letting these people just absolutely delude the fucking public opinion and then somehow let that affect actual trials? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But boot, Lane Myers pled guilty, but he's innocent. Don't you know? It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I mean,
I'm still waiting for him to bike to my house to fight me. It's been 3 years.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we live in crazy times, man. You know, we have one specific case. I won't get too specific about, but you know, it's like, wow, we have evidence that you did this to your children. We have evidence that you systematically sent your husband away and did this. But oh, internet, it's the husband. I mean, we are living in some pretty fucking weird times where people aren't thinking. And to be fair, I think that it's kind of like what they want, whoever they are, bro. Like they want your phone to think for you. They want AI. They want Google Gemini to think for you. They no longer want you to think for yourself. They want you to digest a popular opinion and just roll with it and get on the bandwagon.
It's the same as it's always been, bro. It's just easier to see it now.
Exactly.
That's what I was going to say right now. I was like, I think it's the same. It's just we can see it now. We have more access to it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's definitely a very unique and interesting world.
I mean, I lucked out because when I got arrested, when I got raided the first time, I had a private attorney. I became friends with my divorce lawyer. And so I had an open tab with him, but my bond was $100,000. And so, you know, if they're using that to gauge your retainer off of any other attorney, I'd have needed, you know, $35,000 just for them to look at my case.
$100,000 bond. Holy shit! Were you being
100,000
extradited or something?
Nope. And that is, I had no priors. They possession of meth with intent to distribute, and a couple. That was the flagship charge. They followed. The long story short is they had my name came up the first time on their radar when they were tracking stolen.
If the Powder Dusty was being as genuine when he answered Andrew and said no, he didn't think Andrew would enjoy the gift. What if he was just as genuine when Andrew asked him, why would you do something so stupid? And he was just like, because I used to do meth. I done fucked up some dendrites back in my day. I'm sorry. That was a real meth head move. I won't do it again. Which, to be fair, he did kind of a roundabout say. Not exactly the way I think he should have said it, but
yeah, he really downplayed that meth charge. He was like, it's my first charge. It's just a meth charge. That's
yeah. Even BSBT doesn't have a meth charge. Like, golly.
Yeah, no priors, whatever.
Guns. And when they raided me, they took 34. I believe there's 34 guns out of my house, and I believe that they thought that I had stolen guns. And then they were disappointed, right? Because they made up evidence for the app.
Really, Dusty? Because it sounds like they had suspicion that you had meth with the intent to distribute, which is, I believe, what you just said the charge was, right? Like, Jesus fuck. Talk about some like Ryder fucking sidestepping. Like I said, guys, this is how this is all in all somewhat related. Like, I know you guys were thinking, what the fuck is Boot doing pulling like a GS and covering Andrew Wilson type content? Well, there's a relation here and I made it. You guys are lucky you've got me to point this out, you know?
Affidavits.
Never found the correlation.
And they
say what?
I said I would have never found the correlation, man.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm not surprised that the Powder Dusty is showing his his ass in the search for Clout. Just one drop of Clout for the poor guy. He's
Also,
thirsty.
Boot. Does anyone else notice that it looks like Chris has gained a significant amount of weight since this video?
You would have thought that was not possible looking at this photo. There's like, man, there's no way he could get bigger. He's gonna lose it soon. And then
he's still wearing that same shirt.
No. I mean, he can't wear that shirt to get a bigger one.
That's his court shirt.
I don't think he wears jeans anymore.
No, he wears sweatpants now.
Sweatpants are bust, bro.
He's like, hey Tiffany, I'm gonna borrow your sweatpants again.
All right, Chris. He doesn't have to wear jeans in Blanket Fort HQ.
That is
They
very
were the
true.
maternity pants. Get it right.
Yeah.
He said, shit, if I could just get another blanket up, I could be like GE and go pantless. Fuck.
Boot every day in Blanket Fort HQ is Trailer Park Casual. You didn't know?
Every day, baby.
Blowtorched open my safes that were not listed on the search warrant.
Oh, that's a big one. Mhm.
And they claimed the dog hit on it, but neighbors said the dog never got out of the car. So they fucked up a lot of things. And then what they ended up with was a quarter ounce of speed and no illegal guns.
Well, I do have a feeling if we look at the police report, that's not an accurate reflection of the amount you had.
It's going to say something wildly different.
Yeah, I mean, and this is going to sound like a total GS comment because it kind of is. Because I'm actually thinking about doing an entire live stream in the style of and like getting an interactive spin wheel and like having a few different options and seeing if I can get through an entire live stream in the style of whether it be GS, Finkel, Ryder, whatever I can come up with, right? But
are you really willing to drop the N-bomb on stream like Chris?
No N-bombs, okay? we will do our best to try to live in the spirit of the character. But obviously, for legal reasons, we cannot fully commit to each character and how vile they are. Right. But what I was trying to say was when it comes to the Powder Dusty, I believe that, him giving the amount, usually when you talk to people and they talk about how many drugs they got caught with, it's very much like when you ask a woman how many men she slept with. Whatever number she tells you, you typically want to multiply it by 3. And I'm assuming it's probably very much the same with Dusty, right? Just like when Chris Ryder says, I only got 3 charges. Yeah, multiply that by 3. Multiply that quarter ounce into 3/4 of an ounce. definitely then makes sense, kind of coincides with the whole getting you for distribute to sell as well. So with that being said, Dr. Rabbit is up. I started talking about prescriptions.
We were going pantsless though. Is that
Yeah.
still a thing?
Only if we get the fourth blanket fort wall up.
Okay, never mind.
I have shorts on. That doesn't count as pants.
But yeah, you know, you've been watching this whole time, right, Rabbit?
I have not.
You've been playing your new game, haven't you?
No, that was only available for the 48 hours, and I got 36 of those 48 hours in like a freaking champ.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess you'll just have to play ABI every once in a while. What a shame.
Okay. No, I have not been watching. I tabbed over though, and I heard the pantsless part, and I was like, "Oh, party time!" So no, I missed it.
All right, so TLDR, okay. The reason I started the live stream was because I was watching the Powder Dusties live.
Oh,
okay?
I did hear that part on Secrets. It's something about somebody sending somebody or something to somebody's house or something like that.
Yeah, so the Powder Dusty in his ever search for clout, you know, just one little drop. He decided he thought it would be cute to broadcast that he is sending something to Andrew Wilson, which in the end it was just cup he's got where he basically does a parody troll off the Crucible, and so the cup says the cuckable, right? But basically he finds absolutely nothing wrong with it. Anything wrong with the fact that Andrew's address is floating out there in the ether very clearly. And I was just showing how he's basically a sack of shit, how he doesn't seem to have any remorse. He doesn't think it's a big deal. And I just thought it was funny because I had watched a live stream he did previously that, keep in mind, he took down from me watching it this afternoon to being able to actually stream about it when I started. But in that live stream, he was coping about Andrew Wilson, bitching about Andrew Wilson, while in between, he's sitting there and he's like, you know, if I ever did work for you, Andrew, you'd have to pay me up front. This just like super hard cope. And while he was doing this, he had some drunk sounding bitch up there too. Well, later on, when I go back to a GS stream, I realized that the bitch that's on his panel is the same girl that Todd's on the panel of when he did his live stream earlier. So I was like, oh my God, this is all linked. I started to make my stuff to go live. Boom, immediately like, well, the live's over because I can't find the live stream from earlier. But I just so happened to see this whole Andrew Wilson thing come up. So I was like, you know what? This whole thing so resonates with the weird shit that happens in this small internet of the, like, in our corner of the internet. Why not? And it's all related too, because it's Flow State doing this. And what do we know about Flow State? He's the same sack of shit that supports Todd, the same one that did support Ryder. He's got no problem pumping out and supporting conspiracy theories, whatever will get him his grift or his cash or his eyes. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing now is, in the past, he's talked about character, right, Rabbit? So I'm just going back and I'm just showing the shit he's done in the past. This is him going over his prior charges and him coping about a charge he got for selling meth.
Appreciate you letting me up, dude. I'm gonna jump back out real quick.
Yes, sir, MBK.
Y'all have a great night.
You too.
MBK, thanks for the hookup, bro.
See you,
And I'm sorry that I'm talking fast, guys. I am right at an hour and a half almost. I'm trying to keep it under 2 hours, and I know we still probably realistically have about 40 minutes. So
all the guns were legally owned, so they were trying to make a stronger case against me. They eventually did.
When they kick a door open, they have to make it as crazy as possible for the inside of the house.
Correct.
And I'll tell you, so when they wanted in my safes, they came in with their hand on the pistol and they said,
"What's up, Muckster?
Give us the fucking combination to your safe right now. We're going to blow your fucking house up." That was how they asked me for the combination. And there was nothing in there but money and my firearm and my titles, and you know what I mean? Like,
They took all that shit from me. They the money, the cash I had never made it on the evidence list, but they had weak cases, so they came back a couple more times. The last time they came back,
let me get back to it.
I had
come on, computer.
I had just woken up and gotten high, and so
there we go.
this is a long way for a joke because it took so long to get the tab up. Ryder said, "Give us your safe. Open your safe, or we're going to blow your house up." What the cop really said was, "We just want you to open your safe. Why is this fat chick threatening to blow us all?"
That's funny.
Thank you for laughing. Appreciate it.
No, I thought it was genuinely funny.
I know.
But yeah.
I was really I was listening to what this fool was saying, like talking about blowing up your house. What?
I've heard this probably a million times. There was a time where I had this huge, like, hour-long video that I was gonna make, and I have these different clips I had saved I was gonna use, and this was one of them. I'm not gonna lie though, ever since that point, I did lose the clip and I deleted it. So I had to spend some time trying to find it. And I will say, thank God that Dusty still had it up, because if he did it, I wouldn't be able to show you guys this.
Boot, can I just want to ask you a question.
You go ahead. You ask me a question.
I'll ask you a question.
Ask me a question.
So doing what I did at the police department, where I inventoried people's shit, and then doing body cams now, why does it seem like all of the brokest human beings on the planet pretend that they have money that just never made it onto the fucking inventory? Or Chris, I had all this money in my safe. No, shut the fuck up. You're worth like 3 nickels. Like, shut the fuck up.
He said I had a whole $15 on my McDonald's gift card and everything.
Yeah, dude, I remember one time I got taken in for a stupid warrant thing. I missed it was kid shit, right? I had like fucking $4.50 in my pocket. When I left the station that day, I got $4.50 back. Ever since then, I don't believe anybody that says like, "Oh, the cop didn't give me money." Come on, dude. They're gonna give you your money back. It's not like that, unless it's a part of the investigation. But that's a whole different story.
Yeah, and if he got arrested for selling meth, that money was definitely part of the investigation.
I'm just confused on how this is like playing, but it's not playing. If that makes sense. Like, you see how his
how the background was moving, but nothing else.
Right.
Like,
but the timer's not moving.
The timer was moving. It's weird.
It is
weird.
now.
Just for them to look at my.
No, he's got a pause. He was talking.
Uh-oh. We
My bad.
twigged the video out. No,
yeah,
it's all
fucked
good.
you all up when I made you switch tabs. I was going to say while you're.
Oh no, it's legit broken it now. Hold on.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Let's see here.
Get DDoS.
Let's exit out of this. I mean, it's probably, I don't have like 20 tabs open. Let me take this off. I could be getting DDoS. You never know. I doubt, though. I doubt I'm that important, so.
If you're getting DDoSed, I hope they're getting in your back door. From the back! When I was in my delinquent days, while I was also a broker earning crazy amounts of money, I used to have a shit ton of money in my pocket because I didn't do anything with credit cards and any of that shit. And just busting out a fat wad fucking really made me feel good in my 20s. And I got pinched by the cops a few times. I got arrested in my 20s. There was never a fucking penny missing. Like, I always got all my money back.
Because there's too many cameras nowadays. And even when there's not cameras, you have to inventory everything and write it down. And it's probably written down in like 12 different places.
Well, this was in the 90s. This was pre-camera shit.
Speaking of the 90s, are you aware of how old I am?
Not
73.
100%, but I know you're quite a bit younger than me.
I was only born in 1991.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I hardly remember those times, Coded.
I'd already been incarcerated once. I had my first felony before 91.
Well,
I am just a wee boy.
I'm still younger than you, Coded, but a little bit older than K4. I'm an 84 baby, so I remember the 90s.
I graduated high school in 85.
Damn.
Wow, you guys are fucking puppies.
Yeah, I'm not really quite sure what's going on. I getting
Well, I'll
weird
tell you what's
audio
going
when I
on,
open
Boot.
up my file folders.
I'll tell you what's
Hold on.
going on, Boot. They
Take our
took off a
Charlie.
plane. They took off a plane from a local airport, right? And they were flying at 40,000 feet. And then they dropped down to 200 feet and dropped their speed down to when they were almost stalled. And then they let out a drone, right? And with that drone, there was an AR-15 with one in the chamber. And that's how they got you. That's
Magic
per
bullet.
Todd. If nobody, now that I'm
yeah,
saying
with
that,
bagels,
nobody
but
knows what I'm talking about. Like three
I
people in
knew.
chat.
G2 and the bagels need to stop doing the Hades project.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, I thought I told that
Oh,
story great, and then I'm
wow.
like, nobody watched it.
No, I was following
I
you.
think
I
I
was
just figured it out. Hold on, guys. I think I just figured it out.
That whole thing to me is.
Hold on. If this is why you guys are gonna all laugh at me so hard. Hold on. Come on.
Put it in chat GPT.
No freaking way. Hold on, let me try this. Hold on. If this works, I'm a retard. Hold on.
Crazy as
All right, so I know what the problem was. So I just got these foot pedals like last week to help with my leaning in my FPS games. And I didn't realize it, but I was like resting my foot on one of them the entire time. So like so as I'm trying to play this, it's like actively like putting some other input into where it's twigging everything out. I'm sorry guys, that was my fault. I was like,
fucking first world problems.
dude, as soon as I lifted my foot up, I could like feel the pedal release, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's the problem. My bad.
possible for the inside of the house.
Correct.
And I'll tell you, so when they wanted in my safes, they came in with their hand on the pistol and they said, give us the fucking combination to your safe right now. We're going to blow your fucking house up. That was how they asked me for the combination.
Yeah, right, Chris. They said they were gonna blow your household up. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, technically, it's somebody else's because he's renting. Just saying.
He said, man, Dusty, they said they'd blow my house up. Like, you see that little baggie you got blown up in your background? Like that, man.
And there was nothing in there but money and my firearm and my titles. And you know what I mean? Like,
They took all that shit from me. The money, the cash I had never made it on the evidence list, but yeah, they had weak cases, so they came back a couple more times. The last time they came back, I had just woken up and gotten high, and so there's a bowl sitting on the counter, and I was out back smoking a cigarette, and they came single filing around both sides of the house, you know, with their ARs and shit, and eventually I took a plea deal because when you get a felony, when you're out on felony bond, as I was, it's special rules.
Stacy, isn't Chris a felon?
And, I mean, that was the goal the whole time, was just to stack enough shit on me that I couldn't breathe. But
I don't know if he's currently a felon. I know he's gonna be soon, though. That's about it, though.
We got out of town after that.
So were you already on your felony bond when they created the $100,000 bond, or is that the bond you're talking about?
No, the first time was the $100,000.
That's crazy, bro.
Right. The next time I got arrested, it was a $75,000 bond. Now I was actually able to get that dropped to 25 and make bail.
You hear that, KFAR? The next time I got arrested. I wonder what for, huh? What do you guys think it was for? You guys think it was for the guns again, or do you guys think it was for the
Meth? Probably the guns this time.
Yeah, it was probably the guns. You just switch it up with you.
There could be a little bit of both, you know, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, you never know.
Yeah, well, it's just like what I think it was Candace that said it earlier. Like, you know, it's an enhanced gun charge if they catch you with like drugs and guns together. So
before the first bond revocation had time to come back to court.
Are you in a 10% state?
No.
Meaning
I don't know what that
meaning
means.
that you can pay 10% of the bond.
No, I had to get a
Yeah,
bail
dude. He's like,
bond.
look, I got a Mewtwo.
Right, but did they let you pay
I got a
10%?
Pikachu.
So if it's 100,000 to be what?
Oh, yeah.
$2,000.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
10,000.
Yes.
Okay, that's probably why then, because in states that they don't allow that, the bond is the bond. Like here in Indiana, if it's 50,000, that's 50,000 full cash. You don't.
But
You don't.
I mean, so you don't have bail bondsman there?
Yeah, but you can't pay 10%.
Oh, how would you pay the bondsman?
You would get the bondsman to pay the full. You have to pay the full 50.
Oh, I don't know what the bondsman does on his end. I know that
Yeah.
it costs me 10%.
My nephew's got one of those binders.
Right. So like that's what they don't have here in Indiana. It's
Okay.
you just pay your bail. You know what I'm saying, and whatever it is.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
they
yeah.
wouldn't make a crazy bail like that either. Like mine was close to 100,000 because I was fighting extradition, and in an extradition case, they don't want you running.
No,
you know what I'm saying? When another state wants you, they don't want to let you out because, you know,
Right.
if you're refusing to go to the other state for your warrant, it's not going to sit well if a court lets you out, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
They generally don't. I mean, it's still high. Like I still think 100,000.
Oh yeah, it's still, especially since I had no priors. At my sentencing,
How did you get a felony on top of another felony, Flo?
a felony charge. So the felony, I was out on felony bond for the possession with intent to distribute. That was
Right.
the first one. I made bond when it got dropped to 50,000. Then they raided me again, and I caught another felony charge. So if I had been prosecuted of both felonies, then it would have been special rule sentencing, which means it's mandatory not consecutive sentencing. You have to just back to back.
Mandatory.
Yeah, they would have nailed him. So
Yeah.
you got one of the felonies dropped, I assume.
I got a few because I got a few felony. I got a couple felony charges and like a bag full of misdemeanors dropped. I ended up with just pleading out to the one possession with intent to distribute. They dropped that from a level 4 possession to a level 2. So it went from 15 years prison to 36 months of probation. Of course, they got to keep $100,000 gun $150,000 worth of guns.
Sure, and they make it sound good, you know, for you. 36 months probation, but what did you have in the beginning? It was just like a little bag of.
Wait. Did anyone just catch the inconsistency right there?
I caught it all, man.
So Powder Dusty earlier in the same exact video said that they suspected him of having guns, but then he almost like made the insinuation like that wasn't true. So if that's the fact, Powder Dusty, why later on do you go, but they also got $150,000 worth of guns?
That's a lot of fucking guns.
That is a lot of fucking guns. It sounds like some fucking weird ass shit was going on, my guy.
Speaking of guns, if somebody finds the gun that Todd's hiding, I would love to take that off his hands. But the only way that I could see them keeping that many guns is if they were purchased with like the funds of his budding drug empire.
That's all I could think of.
But if those were legal guns, they would just be like, here you go, bud.
Yeah.
Well, if he was on probation, he had to give up the guns.
Well, at the start of this, he was talking about that the only main charge was the meth, right? He was saying that's what they.
Jerry, he just had this little tiny baggie of meth.
This little tiny
Just,
baggie of
for
meth.
him.
This fucking crazy. Jeez,
just a little baggie.
Oh God,
Can you
it's been such a long time.
Can you hear the dog now? He's not whining anymore. He's barking.
Yeah, grow some nuts, boy.
Yeah. Roar like a lion.
I miss the crickets.
Oh, they'll be
crickets
back.
are the crickets are really ASMR. The puppy barking, it doesn't really bother me. It was just more or less trying to figure out if it was coded. I used to have 3 dogs, and my father used to work the night shift. So every morning when he'd come home at 6 o'clock in the morning, all 3 dogs, the second he'd pull in the driveway, would all start barking. And they were like medium-sized dogs. So I learned pretty quick how to like stay asleep through pretty loud sounds. So
I have 4 farm dogs. They're outside all day long. And whenever anyone comes to the property, there's just a fucking cacophony of
Oh,
barking.
I am the
Thank you,
original
original.
vintage. Welcome. I'm thinking you saw my Discord message. We're getting into the good stuff.
Just for
Yes.
reference, when FPS Russia got booked years ago, he had 400,000 worth of guns confiscated.
Wow.
Holy
That's
Must
pretty
be nice.
crazy. So then my question
So just put
is-
that into perspective, yeah. From what he's saying. And we're talking FPS Russia here.
So how do you go from saying at first that like they suspected it but made it seem like you didn't have any to now you're like, yeah, well, they also got 150,000 in guns. It seems like there's a lot of information you're leaving off. And that's the thing. I mean, no one's saying that you have to give all that information up, Dusty. I just find it comical how I've witnessed you firsthand talking shit on others, talking about their character. You should do this, you should do that. But then I also remember this shit from back in the day too. So it's just not very consistent, I guess, is all I'm trying to point out.
I had a quarter ounce of speed. So that's about $100.
Is that a lot? I'm not.
No, it's like $100 worth of meth, and no, it's not at all.
So
the way
my
that
question is, I mean, how are they getting distributed?
I'm not trying to cast any shade, but does anybody know if that's true?
I think
Like,
it's
I don't
anything over a gram is like a felony, right?
No, I mean like price wise.
Does anyone know where this took place?
Where what took place?
All of this shit.
But
You mean,
if he
like-
got an intent to distribute,
Jurisdiction. Shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I'll send you a message because I'm not gonna be shitty like Todd and give people's general areas away. Even though I know it's not gonna affect anything,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
'cause
want
it
someone
would
to do
be-
it to me. So
It would be really weird if somebody pulled the records to verify this.
yeah.
Meth
Don't
is
worry,
expensive.
Dusty. We won't put your address out there. We
Yeah,
won't
I
send
won't
weird
send you anything in the mail.
packages.
Yeah. Put in the, yeah.
if he got intent to distribute and it was only a quarter ounce, that means he had the quarter ounce broken up into little bags.
Had to, yeah.
So it was a quarter ounce in like gram bags.
Well, sometimes what they'll do is if you have over a certain amount, even if it's not all individually bagged, what they'll try to say is oh, well, clearly since you had so much excess, it was pretty clear that's what your intent was. Now they still have to prove it, right? But that's just something that's kind of automatically assumed. So if they catch you with a pound of weed, they're gonna go, yeah, you weren't smoking all that just for yourself.
You're not smoking all this.
Well,
this
they're also
weekend,
going
bro.
to add in as well. So it could be you could pawn that off, but if you have a pound of weed and a scale, for instance, or a
Right.
pound of weed and a firearm, for instance,
Right.
Or,
And if
you
the
know,
shit's in your car, that's another.
you know,
fucking problem.
there's another little element to that probably added to it. They're like, oh, okay, well, then why do you also have this?
Yeah, they probably confiscated his phone. And people were hitting him up like, "Hey, send me a 20," stuff like that. You know.
Sir, why do
could
you keep
happen
your
too.
meth in your butthole?
Well, and that's the thing. So I'm not sure if he says this later. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to have enough time to find this tonight. But there is a part of the same live stream I remember where he basically goes through one of his raids and he talks about how he woke up. He didn't even know what was going on yet. He just smoked a bowl. Now, he never says whether that bowl was like a bowl of marijuana or if it was a bowl of his, of the stuff he got convicted for. We don't know, but he woke up, did a wake and bake, and shortly after that, that's whenever all the action happened. And he said that it was like a movie. It just happened so fast, and they came in with their rifles pointed and.
Presumptive intent based off weight.
So that alone.
Yes. When it comes to meth, crack, and heroin, if you
Nope. Did I lose my audio?
no, that was me. Mic
You
check.
dropped out.
Okay. My internet's starting to do that wonky thing. When it comes to meth, crack, and heroin, the
presumptive intent quantity scales kicks in at an 8-ball, which for those who don't know, that's an eighth of an ounce. And when you're dealing with something like meth, that's $50 maybe. It's not a lot. We're talking about a small amount. So
yeah, but
They
he's
really didn't have a reason to believe you were distributing. That was
But
just
that doesn't
no,
jive.
the,
Like
the
400
quarter was
$50,000
broken
gone.
into eighths. If the quarter was broken into eighths, then they do have intent to distribute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he's describing a good arrest.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
The original vintage, he decided that he was going to let people know that he has Wilson's address, and then he sent Wilson a package. Now, it ended up being a harmless mug, but and I tend to agree with Wilson. It's not about what it was about the intent behind it. And I think that it was a situation where, honestly, Dusty's butthurt that Andrew doesn't like him. Andrew wouldn't shake his hand when he tried to, it's like Dusty tried doing this Django Unchained shit where he's like, you're gonna shake my hand. You're gonna shake my hand. It's like, nah, dude, he doesn't want to shake your hand. And because of that, he's been very, very obsessed lately. So I guess he's been thirsty. He needs a drink of Clout. So he's like, fuck it. I'll send something to Andrew. I know it will piss him and his wife off gravely, and I know they'll confront me about it. So fuck it. I'll soak up all the loot from it. I'll get all the views, all the super chats, and I'll just be so cool. So we're reviewing that.
You're absolutely right. What is luge? Help an old man out.
It's like life force. It's like the best way to explain like the life force of someone that you gain through drama. That'd be my best explanation of it.
Got you.
Kind of like
is that like oral farming?
Yeah, it's kind of like oral. It's this is all right. You'll understand this, Codit. So you know that feeling you get whenever you can tell that it's going to be a good Todd stream because he's just fucking being himself, pissed off and angry at the world, and you can just feel that hate radiating off, and it's like energizing everybody else to have a good time.
Yeah, okay.
That's like luge right there. That's
Thank
like
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That clears it up for me.
No. They had no evidence that and I wasn't distributing either.
Somebody squealed on him.
Sort of. Well,
Kinda.
yes, I had two. So the first person on my search warrant affidavit was from 3.5 years earlier.
Wait. Time out. Another inconsistency. Inconsistency. Dusty, earlier you were saying that, when the government's really got it out for you, they've just got it out for you and they target you. But now it sounds like one of your little meth buddies fucking squealed like a piggy on you.
Right.
So it was your buddy that gave you away. See what happens when we listen further into your explanation. It starts to unravel a bit. The things you were saying before kind of aren't making a bunch of sense with what you're saying now. Yeah, if only I had. Oh, do I have that? Maybe I do have the. Are you lying then? Are you lying now? Did I ever add that? Yo,
You lying now?
Yeah, Dusty. Which one is it? Are you lying then, or
You
you?
lying now?
Yeah, which one is it? So I also find it funny too that Todd wants to give shit about Billy doing meth in his past, but it's okay with Dusty, even though Dusty's treated him like shit and Billy's been nothing but a good friend to him. So weird shit, huh? And just so you guys know, I'm not talking about Rabbit Billy. I'm talking about the other Billy, just for context. So
do you see Carte Blanche's comment in the side chat?
I did not. I missed it. Here we go. Carte Blanche. When Dusty was formerly known as the Flow State and YouTube shut it down, he had more felony charges than what he is saying here. Why am I not surprised?
Right, exactly.
Why am I not surprised?
That Carte Blanche, she pays attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. So Flow State, I guess, realized that he bombed the first. I mean, it looks like the channel's still up, but he decided to, I guess, run with the second channel, which, hey, I get that. I'm on the same shit, until I can get the first one to grow back. But fuck. All good, all good.
Oh, I finally heard the cow.
There is the cow. They're quite a way. You should hear them when they're right outside the window.
Cody, you have Todd over right now?
No, the cow.
The lol cow.
The lol cow. I have
Where
two
he was
females and a bull cat.
Nice.
Yeah.
About somebody else, but my name came up in passing. The second witness or testimony was from like 3 nights before. This dude in town I've never met the second witness personally, but his wife was a sack hoe and she'd run around and he was getting mad about it, and so he went in one night and just rattled off every name he could possibly think of, one of which was mine, even though he should know damn well that he and I are in different leagues and I would never touch his nasty fucking wife.
Bush.
Well, if your house
I don't
was
believe
raided
him.
and they found nothing, but they still like torched open your safes and everything, could you have had a case such as Chris here as well?
Probably not like his, because
No, Cynthia, were you not fucking listening to anything the dude just said? He got caught with meth and guns. I'm sorry, but this What's Up Cynthia, she's totally fits the bill for like a Chris Ryder fucking supporter. Just fucking brain dead. I'm
She
sorry.
Reminds me of what's that chick's name? Gloria. Over in
What,
Chris's
Daisy
chat.
May?
No, her name's Gloria.
Gloria AD.
Oh, Gloria.
Yeah,
Gloria
I
idiot.
got kicked out of somebody's chat because I was making fun of her for being a fucking idiot. And they're like,
Yeah.
she's really mentally disabled, right? And I'm like, now it makes sense.
Maybe that's the same person as Daisy May, because I've literally heard the same thing about her too. So maybe those are her 2 different accounts she uses.
Daisy May is a sovereign citizen. That's why she's mentally disabled.
Oh, that explains a lot. Okay.
That's how I know her.
Right.
She's a drunk too, isn't she?
Peace
Well,
Dynamo.
rumor has it. Never mind. Can't say that.
Cynthia
What's up,
doesn't
Jerry?
support him. I said, Peace Dynamo's correcting the record. Cynthia does not support him.
Cynthia does not support. No, yeah. I'm just saying she's just not paying attention.
Oh, okay.
Flow State's saying, hey, I got convicted for meth and guns. They took 150,000 worth in guns. And she's like, oh, well, if they had torched open your safe, it's like, well, he never said that. That's what Chris said. And all I'm saying is that level of like being present but not paying attention, to me, that's the exact same type of people who are in Chris Ryder's chat, not paying attention, having their little it's like watching a Tyrants Beware live stream where nobody is actually talking about the actual content being streamed. They're like, yeah, my cat Freddie just had surgery last week and his paw's feeling a lot better. And then another person will be like, oh, that's so cool. I've got an orange cat named Garfield, just like after the cartoon. And it's just like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be hateful like Todd. I'm just venting over here.
I need to ask an obvious question. Why did they have to torch open Ryder's safes?
They didn't. I think that was just the way Cynthia was saying it.
Right, because if you were there and the minute they fired up the torch, I'd be like, all right, I'll fucking open it.
Yeah, on second thought, here's the keys.
Yeah. Safes aren't fucking inexpensive items. And if you torch them open, they're kind of fucking useless after that.
I mean, here's the
safes
thing.
don't come back from that.
If you're not doing anything wrong, you're in the right, and you're in that situation, there's most likely not a way you're getting out of it. So, and guess what? Even if you do have a quarter ounce of meth in there with a bunch of guns that they want to access, and they get the warrant, guess what? There's still not much you can do about it except for argue it in court, which it sounds like he paid a lawyer a shitload of money to do. So there you go.
Well, as somebody who
Go ahead, Jerry.
am I coming in?
You are now.
Yeah.
You just said as somebody and then you cut off.
Okay, as somebody who's had experience with 3 raids on a weed shop where they go into safes, they
Mhm.
never had to torch it. They would just bring in a locksmith who would open up the safe.
Oh, for real? They just pay him and then like turn around and charge you later for it or some shit?
Yes,
Probably.
yes. That becomes a part of your charge, a part of the restitution or whatever they put at you at the end. They did it to me 3 times. They opened up the safes 3 times, and yes, they took my weed and they burned it. So
Oh my god, dude. I'm sorry, bro.
And not in the good way.
Yeah,
But
not in a
boys,
good
on
way.
that note, I am going to go to bed because I have to be up in 6 hours to get the kids to school. So
All right. Don't forget to make the cookies.
they stole all my cookies last night.
Damn
Little fucking goblins.
bastards. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
All right, peace, bro.
Toot toot.
All right. So we're gonna continue this on out, and then once we get past the meat and potatoes of this, we are gonna call it a night because we're already almost at about 2 hours.
Well, I mean, if they beat us up and shit, maybe. But what they did when they raided me, they told Katie and the girls to leave, and they pulled. I was asleep. I woke up floating out the front door in handcuffs, and then they parked me in the front yard, in front of the guy that was leading the raid, in my underwear, and he's like, and he's swinging around my up, and he says, "I have a search warrant here. What are the combinations to your safe?" And I said, "Let me see it." And he said, "Give me the combination." And I said, "Give me some pants." And he told his dude to get me some shoes. And then I said, "I want a lawyer." And then they took me to jail. So
You never gave them
So
the
they were not.
so they busted it open essentially.
Yeah. They
Without-
called the locksmith. He couldn't get in. They called the fire department. They couldn't get in. I recommend Canon safes to anybody. They did real good. And then they called people with cutting torches, and they cut those motherfuckers open.
Well, listen, here's the thing about reality when it comes to the government. They have to injure you for you to have a lawsuit, pretty much. Even though it's illegal for them to do what they did in your case, if they did not have the safes explicitly written in the warrant, then the safes were no touch for the cops. You know, they can't just go through everything. They have to have reason to, on the warrant, to believe they're searching for what they're searching for, and it's written that way. So although it was probably a violation for them to get in their safes like that if it wasn't on the warrant, you're not going to get anybody to do anything about it. That's at the end of the day, that's the problem, is they can break the law.
Oh yeah, and they do all the time.
They do every time. I mean, every time. That's why I'm freaking out.
And we're not talking about little like accidental, like loophole shit. We're talking about like full on intentional crimes.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, I mean, they just robbed me, right? $2,000 worth of cash, gone.
When they got done with my safes, I thought they stole the stuff out of it because it was missing. Once I started straightening my house back up, I could not find anything. I couldn't find my birth certificate. I couldn't find my money. I couldn't find anything that was in the safe. And as we were cleaning the house, for a month, I kept finding one item that was out of the safe in this area, another item that was out of the safe, like behind the fridge. I found documentation that was a title that was in the safe. It had been put on top of the fridge and then fallen behind it during the mayhem. So, they did that with my cash. My cash from the safe was everywhere. They just set it down wherever the fuck they felt like it. So it was up to me to pick up the pieces and figure out where everything was when they were done. And they tore pictures off the wall and the house. It looked like.
All right, guys. Well, I'm pretty sure every single person in this chat, we've all heard Chris Ryder's crybaby bullshit story about the whole raid at least 100 times in the last 3 years now. So now that we've got past kind of the meat and potatoes of him going over all that, I think we're pretty good. Who just dropped out?
I don't know.
Kfar had to go. He's got to get up in the morning.
Oh yeah, I thought he had already dropped out. I think it was Rabbit actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot Rabbit was
He
even
just
here.
he just slid out. He's like, Boot's gonna try to ask me to play some ABI with him, and I'm not fucking doing that. Thanks, Rabbit. All right.
Hey,
Well,
can you show something before we go?
Yeah,
I'll put
yeah,
a
sure.
link. I'll put a link in the private chat.
Yeah, either that
There's
or you can share screen or whatever.
There's new creative content. The
And
link's
what-
in the.
Okay.
You
Oh,
want
you
me to
already put it?
share it, or you want to hit that link?
Here, I'm gonna open it up. Ooh, MSG retired. Let's see. All right. Share. All right, and looks like we've got a. Nope, this is the wrong one. I wanna.
No, that's
this one right here. There we go.
There
No,
you
sorry,
go.
I was zooming in on my StreamYard page, and it was like, nope, that's not the right one. MSG retired. We have new awards for the Cast Doofus Crest, Combat Internet Badge, Comet Action Ribbon. Let's look at the. Here we go. Charger missing the 2-foot jump, wounded hero. PFC pin.
Yes.
Booze and body cams. Pumpkin tits. Do you add gold stars for the tours? Woohoo. Do I get a promotion too? That's awesome. Big Back thought was funny too. So that is pretty funny. I
want a
wonder who
combat.
they're going to.
I should get a combat internet badge after my little thing with Todd yesterday.
You've earned
Right.
yours. You've earned yours. You've been putting in work in Doofus, Chris.
Yeah, I tell you what, you guys talk about when he's like, I'm dog walking you. I'm dog walking. I'll tell you what, dude. It's like you and DP both had a hand on the leash, you know? You guys were doing it as partners.
Oh,
I was
and-
saying-
and DP was being so gentle. DP was being so gentle.
I was too. I was waiting for DP to just have enough of his shit. And then he fucking told me I stepped in the bear trap, jumped out, and left me to deal with all of Todd's displaced aggression. 'Cause Todd was more mad at fucking DP than he was at me. He just fucking took it out on me.
Oh, dude, he had to he had to rage kick you at the end there.
Yeah. He kicked me, blocked me from the studio, and then blocked me in the side, hid me in the side chat, not blocked me. So he was asking me questions. I was answering him. I'm like, why the fuck isn't this motherfucker? You know, he's asking me, I'm answering him. Then he's chiding me for not answering him. So I opened up an alternate browser and went over and looked at it, and he had me hidden on the
Yeah.
channel while he's bitching at me for not answering him.
Yeah,
Fucking
Todd,
scumbag.
Todd's a real man. You just wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if that's real man behavior, he fucking killed it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, before we end it, I will let the panel guests say kind of their last thing for the night, starting with Jerry.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me up. It's cool, always cool to hang out with Cody and Boot. This is the second time I get to hang out with you. It's fun, always fun. I'm right now. If you guys are not wanting to see Finkel stuff, I'm watching it for you guys. So you can come around to my channel, Control Alt Delete, and I'm watching Finkel stuff for you guys. So I'll give you the synopsis when you come around. Most of it is nothing burger, so don't expect too much, but I do it for you.
That's all right. Mods, if you guys would be kind enough, please get Control Alt Delete's channel in the chat so that people can sub to it. That way, if you want to go over and see some good fuck Finkel content, you've got another outlet for it.
Definitely going at it with him.
Gary, thank you for doing that, because I can't take much more of Finkel, and the shit he's putting out lately is just fucking stupid.
It's garbage. It's garbage.
It's getting
Total
to the
trash.
point where I not even the 1.5 is like it's enough time. Like I'm seeing him at 2.0.
Right.
Yeah, I think Finkel's done. I think he's about to leave the internet. So
I hope so, and I hope he stops drinking. God damn it.
I hope he hasn't restarted drinking, but you never know. So, Boot, thanks for having me up. Extra special thanks to Secret, who sent me a copy of the stream I was on with Todd which unfortunately I couldn't access, and then MBK filled in the gap and got me a copy of it. So I will be going over that.
All right, all right. All right, guys. Well, this was Boot Body Cam, Lick the Whole Boot Productions. I thank you all for stopping by, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday night.
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out of here.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.